Hey folks, Mobile Geezer, back with this week's Geezer Bits for Sunday, June 3rd, 2018. So this week I wanted to mention that I now have my own website, just getting started. I think I may have mentioned it last week, but I wanted to make sure I told you all. It's mobilegeezer.wordpress.com, and each week when I do the news bits, I'll write at least one article from one of the stories in the news bits, and I'll link it in the description. So there wasn't a whole lot of news this week as far as I could tell. So I've only got a couple of things, which is good because normally I spend Saturday doing some researching for the news bits, and I spent all day yesterday driving down to Orlando to pick up my grandson, so I ended up driving 1,100 miles and didn't have any time to do any work on the research. So to get to the first story for this week, a couple of weeks ago I reported on a story where 12 Google employees had quit in a dispute over a contract that Google has with the Pentagon. Well, the update this week is that Google has decided not to renew that contract, which runs out sometime next year. It seems that Google has given in and rethought their strategy with doing military contracts, and they've decided that working with military contracts is not the way for them to go. You can click on the link below to see the article that I've written about it. Next, I thought I'd give you this week's update for ZTE. Nothing much has happened since last week, but it seems the deal that the president and the Chinese president have worked out now has ZTE paying up to $1.7 billion in addition to firing some of their top employees. But since it seems quite a few Congress people are against the deal, there's no saying whether or not this deal is going to go through, and that ZTE will be back on their feet soon. So stay tuned, that's still very much up in the air. And for phone news this week, the LG G7 ThinQ is available for purchase. It's $750 at most places, and you can get it at B&H, Best Buy. It's available on T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint. I didn't see it on AT&T. And if you look on Swappa, you may find there's some brand new ones selling out there for hundreds of dollars left. I'm talking 500 or below. So it might pay you to take a look at Swappa. And the last thing I had this week, it seems that Facebook is losing teens to YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat. And I can tell you, just driving up from Florida with my grandson last night, he says he spends all his time on YouTube and sometimes Snapchat. So it seems this is a real thing, and Facebook is losing some of the teenagers to those other social platforms. So that's my short news for this week. As always, comments are welcome, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.